They could ever want to run whatever play they feel is best. So no excuses anymore for 100Ts. Now you got to make something happen. Otherwise, Fury could run away with this.
Yeah, kind of a must-win round. I mean, again, there's not a lot of statistics to go off of, but since the beginning of March, which is largely when this team was starting to get themselves kind of going, you know, a lot of the rounds that they've played on Split came from the offensive side, and they've won 50%. Yeah. So must-win round here. You feel like Seekers are coming through, the gravity well problem, fragment in combination. That's why you run the Astra if you're pulling the KO. Resurrection going to come out, but Neptune has read this pretty darn nicely, at least you thought. Nearly had an opportunity to take down 3 with them. Jaesung holding behind with the null command will go 1-for-1 as we pinstripe the kill feed. It'll be Dre that takes the first major advantage as he gets the operator in play to find Bang.
Yeah, and Asana's trying to make sure that there is no res on Jaesung here, who did pop the KO ult, but some of this utility is kind of pushing Asana back. In the meantime, though, Bang has found Jaesung finally getting stamped out there on timing. Stellar and Shot Up will trade. Now it's all on Asana. Does have spike possession, knows one is up there in B heaven, but loses the fight. The Shot Up and Fury are just, as we go through this timeline, they just keep stuffing 100Ds now at this mailroom position, I feel like. It's been really the big change. Yeah, once again, 100Ds have to do more with less here. Just to share us the one stinger on Will. Plenty of forward defense being played here. Utility trying to push this operator off at Vince, but, you know, Fury are keen on peeking through these smokes, and Shot Up will be rewarded. Getting the blast back there onto Will, denying this mid control. B's being taken, though. I will say that spike will actually get planted, but it's going to be a 3-on-4 post plant. Instead, he's going to do some work on this lurk at middle. Oh, he does!
And has he? Okay. The timing absolutely flawless as Dre was looking to rotate back over to B tower, so all of a sudden, you've got a post plant 3v3. Now, granted, let's not get too excited. It's just Sheriffs, but you hit shots like that and anything is possible, especially with the amount of utility that's still left that you could possibly use, including, by the way, a couple of cyber cages that Stellar can make life difficult with. Cosmic Divide will be spent. Odorous on the way forward. Fragment deep. You expect Bang in the close corner, not necessarily, but still makes it work at least initially. Shot up deep, even trades 1v1. Derek versus Jason, caught on the reload, and Jason will finally punch it home with, should be enough time for the defusal.
Yeah, absolutely. Very stressful one, though, there for Fury. I thought they were doing real well. Then 100Ds able to kind of backstab the spike through that. And then you actually wind up seeing Stellar hitting a huge timing with the Sheriff here on your boy Dre right as he turned around. And then things got interesting all of a sudden. But really good retake here from Odorous and company, battling it into a 1v1 since then.
Yep. I think 6 of those rounds have been in a row. So,
yeah,
definitely have something figured out. That's all after the timeout, by the way, for 100 Thieves. So,
yeah,
not a ton of value there. And I guess, you know, it is for what it's worth. Like, this is also a very good map statistically for what Fury's been able to do since this roster's been together over the last week and a half. So
3-1 record, but also 100 Thieves, I believe, 2-0. They had a win over a crew. I believe that was in the Knights Gauntlet. So both these teams showed early signs of, you know, having worked this map into their pool, but certainly Fury looking great right now and Shot Up. Trying to get a little something going there at the showstopper. Does get stuffed a little bit. No harm, no foul, though. Still a 5-on-5. But once again, 100 Thieves might find that vulnerable B site because so much pressure was applied to the middle and so much attention from Fury was put onto B heaven. Can they catch this timing?
Holy, that slow orb fragment combo almost was the death of Derek, but boosted himself into the barrier orb. I don't know if that was intentional, but it saved a lot of damage from being collected from him, and the defense is now in position to stop this play through B. You still have trademarks that are in position over towards A, so you feel pretty confident in this 5v5 that your defense is in a good spot if you're Fury.
Yeah, 100 Thieves had to slow down based on all that utility being leveraged over here at B lobby, and now it's just kind of at a standstill, cutting noise, trying to force the defense to break up a little bit.
Yeah.
However, that gave them so much information. The fault line really just, again, bogging 100 Thieves down. They pop the showstopper. They're trying to force their way through, and it will land. Running out of time,
though. 10 seconds. You've got to get the spike forced down. Good kills coming through, and then it will just no need for the spike. Apparently, just win it by eliminations. Little TDM there at the end.
So we'll see what they've got in store with us defensively. As Fury looking to also put that mid pressure on here early on this pistol round. Spike left in sewers, so definitely no real commitment here, but definitely wanting to make their presence known at Mail.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, this 0 point for the free intel, and then the fault line to put the pressure on. Shell's even behind that just to make sure that there is no defender irking closer and closer up towards mid, and that will be an opportunity to get into vents and then eventually try to pinch hit this over towards A. The barrier orb is really the only major defender, along with this tripwire that you see towards A tower.
Yeah, looking for the A split here for Fury, coming up ropes with 3 players. There is a trapwire here, so this will be detected, of course, but now it's how 100 Thieves are able to respond. There's a lot of pressure coming, and honestly, Derek's kind of stuck in no man's land, but good flashes, gets him some support for now. He is able to get his 1 frag, but now he's starting to get close in on, but gets in behind Neptune, really well done, runs out of ammo, and finally caught.
But the frenzy did connect. You thought for maybe a moment he was going to do the impossible. So now 2v2, Spike can be planted by the Fury. And Stellar is up top while Bang is going to read out exactly where these members are. And okay, now you know both of them are stacked. And you have to feel like Stellar needs to come down and help this at certain points. Or maybe just, you'll just do it yourself here, Bang. That's fine too, I suppose. Second pistol will work out as well for 100 Thieves, just as the first one had. And a good one here and try to keep this at level terms for the most part.
Just banged him out.
You're as witty as you are handsome. Which is neither of either. I heard your smile right there. You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, I did kind of throw you under the bus in the intro, so it was coming my way. It was coming my way. Yeah, it's one of those things. But big round to win if you're 100 Thieves. You know, really just kind of stops the bleeding a little bit. You are going to see Fury pivot to some early B pressure here. Good wall goes down for Derek to start building up the ults.
Oh, that's paranoia on the way. That did not really hit, I think, the way it was intended to. It still works okay out, though, for 100 Thieves. Able to find first blood and a little bit more damage. And I think I'm curious, just for what it's worth, just really quickly, that barrier orb, free orb soak up here for Derek, will that just be allowed by Fury this entire game, or are they going to try to challenge it at some point?
I think it's just kind of a calculated risk for 100 Thieves, kind of knowing that, hey, they're probably going to be gathered up one side of the map because it's a save. So if we don't see anything here, I can wall up and ensure that we're going to get it. Can't break the wall with pistols. And so, yeah, Fury, though, gets a couple of kills inside B Heaven. All of a sudden, Stellar in a little bit of trouble here playing the main pillar, but able to kind of, you know, pick his targets, gets one. Odors, though, does trade. And now a tough little 2-on-2 here for 100 Thieves. This is getting a lot scarier than it should have been.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was about to say. With where 100 Thieves were positioned defensively, you thought that they would have been in a good spot to respond, but...
Last player standing.
NY, yeah, so making it difficult, but not difficult enough. So, good 2v2
Jason makes it
recollection.
to spawn, I think that gets real interesting.
Agreed.
Gets caught, though, on his way. Big catch there for 100 Thieves.
Joy, but it's your face instead. Wall down. It will be a contest this time as the wall does become broken, which means Derek will not be able to freely take this orb, but 100 Thieves need to get Derek out of this position, so flashes will be spent. Will wondering, do I need to commit the paint shells? And he gets his answer, and oh, how about this? The tables have absolutely turned. Slow orb making things very difficult, and that is 100% unbelievable for 100 Thieves.
I see what you're trying to do there. The
I know, I
100.
slipped all over it.
I got you. It's fine.
Yeah.
Now answers your question, though, right? I mean, they had a setup in mind for if that got threatened, and good combination there of utility to get them the frags they need and stay on top here. And they're actually potentially going to win this bonus round. You know, against the full buy of Fury, and that would really put them on pace to claw up the comeback. Your boy Dre trying to backstab here through ropes position, but Asuna, ready for it, but not quick enough on the trigger. That'll give Fury a little bit of space here to start collapsing on A. Derek found out at elbow.
Order is getting aggressive through a tower, though, kind of gives up a key high ground position. So it turns to a 2v2, still doable here for Fury, but what a shot from Bang on the corner.
See you later.
Thunder earned. Neptune's got both hands up. Does he want to commit this to try to save the round? I was going to say, I'm irking just as much as you
situational.
are. Yeah.
You don't know if they're together. One might not get stunned, and then you've spent that.
Well, gets information on the first, holds the trigger, nearly gets the benefit of the second, running into the line of fire, but not the case. Bang will have the clutch up. And 100 Thieves have all of a sudden brought us back to within one. The defense looking really pretty flawless, honestly.
You've absolutely nailed it. Yet again, expert analysis here from the man who holds down the shift key.
Spike planted.
Which could be sprint or it could be slow walk. It really just depends.
Okay. Full stack down mid. There'll be a tripwire to kind of hold them in this position. Fault line's already been spent, by the way. So him with the 0-point knife, and now, okay. Really good utility from Will, man. He's splitting up this New York offense almost every single round we've seen him so far.
Yeah, I mean, there was a good exchange of utility there, but certainly 100 Thieves are the ones who win that skirmish. Fury, though, still testing B Heaven. Stellar has the cam, keeping an eye on this. Will playing from underneath. And also we have the Sky from Asuna ready to counter flash as well to try to help this team out a little bit. But Jaesung fights through, but Stellar on the balcony, able to get one back. Now Bang pitching in. It's an all-out war. But Fury are on top, all up to Derek now. 1v2, it spikes down, and he gets a res.
Yeah. I was gonna say the res is definitely still plausible. Fault line gets re-earned, and Neptune just slides up the ropes, takes down both players.
Has played some other agents to good effect, but yeah, this is not one of them yet. He uses this utility to perfection. And a great fault line off the res as well comes in here. And so, yeah, brilliant stuff from Fury. Themselves right back into the hunt for the half in the map.